to me once.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. For example, it happened to Rob Lowe, too, but that's another story. Boy. Remember, for years, we've been hearing about the stealth bomber?
Yes.
Highly secret project that nobody knew, and they did not want anybody to know what the plane looked like, apparently from the rear. Remember when they showed it to the press? The reporters had to stand in front, and they had to stay 200 feet away. Well, what happened? Aviation Week magazine hired a pilot. He got in a single-engine Cessna airplane, flew a mile over the stealth bomber when it was sitting out on the runway, took a picture of it, and they blew it up, I guess, with a high-resolution camera, and believe it or not, this is the picture of the stealth bomber, taken from 1 mile up.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now, photographers could only see that part of it.
Yeah.
So there goes that secret of the stealth bomber. Apparently, the Cessna was so high up they didn't hear the Cessna. That's for the high-resolution camera. Remember a couple of years ago, George Bush, at that time, was vice president, had scribbled a note to Vernon Walters, and it had to do with a debate over the Iran controversy, and he handed him a note. The New York Times, believe it or not, you can't see what's written on the note. That's the original picture, and he's handing George Bush a note. He's going to reply, I guess, to the Iranians. New York Times blew it up with a high-resolution camera, and it said, if you want to throw 14-year-olds into a bloody battle, that's your business. That was going to be a reply, I guess, to Iran. Well, we got to thinking, folks, as we often do.
Yes.
We occasionally get to thinking on this show. He says, I wonder if there are other famous photographs or pictures that if we enlarged with a high-resolution camera, we might be able to determine and see some intimate details.
Yes, and they might turn out funny.
What?
And they might turn out funny.
No, that's not the premise.
No.
No. See, that's asking for trouble right away. So what we did, we have a fine technical crew here at NBC with a high-resolution camera.
Yes.
And we went out and got some famous pictures. For example, here is, well, the famous picture of Moses parting the Red Sea, right?
Yeah.
Or did he? Now, if you look very closely, you'll see it wasn't Moses who parted the sea. It was cranky old Mr. Feldman, the Red Sea crossing guard. No. You see, that's why I should say.
Yes.
Not necessarily fun.
Yeah. But certainly interesting.
Now, this is a picture that made all the wire services all over the world, and it was the funeral of the Ayatollah Khomeini, taken during the funeral. Remember, the thousands of people were around the casket, and they took a picture of a mourner. He's putting something into the coffin. If you look down at the bottom there, and we enlarged that to see what it was. And it was a great bouton. Now, this is it. You've seen this. National Geographic has printed this picture. It's taken, I guess, one of the first reproductions of early cave paintings. And you see primitive man, painted on the walls of the cave. You see horses and, I guess, wild boars and so forth. This was taken in Altamira, Spain. But if you blow the picture up, you'll see this small detail. It says, for a good time, call Wilma. Bedrock 5123. Even then, famous picture, 1984, who carried the torch at the Olympics? Remember? Rafier Johnson ran into the L.A. Coliseum, ran around the track, lit the flame to let the games begin. Let's look at you see he's holding a note in his left hand. Most people couldn't see that. Zoom in on that note, and we had that enlarged with ours. It says, thanks, Rafer, but we wanted a Bud Light. Draft. According to the Bible, Jonah and the whale. Jonah was in the belly of the whale 3 days and 3 nights, right?
Right.
Why did the whale spit him out in disgust? Most people don't know. Biblical mystery? Well, look closely. Under Jonah's arm, you'll see he's carrying a copy of The Watchtower. I think you're probably right. Well, let's moving along here. Some of these are just educational. Some are amusing. Well, this is a picture of the brave men who battled in the Civil War, and you wonder what kept them going. We may have our first clue. Now, you see the soldier there in the left-hand corner in his pocket? It's a ticket. We had that enlarged, and it says, "Admit one, Bob Hope gets goofy at Gettysburg." I know you're trying to help. Many people have wondered why Admiral Scott didn't turn back from the South Pole, even after frostbite and hunger took their tragic toll. Well, under this high-definition camera, we see he was simply obeying this sign. You see the sign there? We blew that up. Do not back up, severe muckluck damage. Ever wonder why Orville Redenbacher has that goofy grin on his popcorn box? Well, if you look at this, he's holding a note. And it said, we blew it. It says, "Orville, darling, did last night, did the world pop for you, too?" A show that's on television, very popular. Women like this show more than men. I mentioned this the other night. Beauty and the Beast, right? Did you ever wonder why Vincent and Catherine have never really gotten together? You know, or anything like that? Well, take a look at Vincent. There's a tag around his neck. We never knew. We had that enlarged. And it said, "Vincent, male, had all shots, neutered, 1982. Here's a wire photo picture of Muammar Gaddafi taken last week. He's in the car. There's a sticker on the car there. We zoomed in and we blew that up. And you can say lunatic on board. Here's a still picture from the opening of The Wild, Wild World of Animals showing an otter floating on his back. Now, what you can't see clearly, he's wearing a little button there. We had that enlarged. Exxon South. On January 20th, Dan Quayle was sworn in as vice president. Here's a picture. He's taking the oath of office. You'll notice, remember we used to do this in college, you had your cuffs on your shirt, you put little crib notes?
Right.
All right, zoom in there and you'll see what it says. It says, "Left hand on Bible, right hand hold up." December 7th, 1903. My God, where did we get this picture? Wright brothers make their historic test flight at Kitty Hawk. But can you see the writing on the wing of the plane? Oh, you couldn't until we blew it up. Yes, even then, the Trump shuttle. Not much is known about the great frontiersman Daniel Boone. But we did learn one thing by blowing up this picture. That is not a coonskin cap on his head. If you look closely, it's Alf. Now, one of the most favorite movie stills of all times was The Bride of Frankenstein. With Elsa Lanchester, I believe, right?
Yes.
But why is she screaming in this picture? You notice? Notice the monster's holding what looks like a personal newspaper ad? It says, "Straight white monster seeks single female monster. Object, playing hide the bolt." You know, we debated that one.
Yeah.
We debated that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, what, Fred?
It's the bolt of his neck, you bet.
Oh, yes, of course.
Got it.
You never know which one to finish with. If we set the office, should we finish with Dan Quayle? Says, no, let's go with the boat joke. We were wrong.
Wrong again.
Wrong again. We're going to be, Burt Reynolds is here tonight. Phoebe Snow and Carolyn Freeman, whom you'll be in a moment. Okay, we are back. Now, let me tell you about this lady. My first guest apparently caused quite a stir in her hometown over her water bill. Found out she and her sister have been overpaying and complaining about it for about 23 years. Finally, About 2 months ago, City Hall gave her a refund. She's from Statham, Georgia, where you welcome Carolyn Freeman. How are you, Miss Freeman? Nice to see you. Can I call you Carolyn? Is that all right?
Sure.
Good. It's nice to have you here tonight. You're from, Georgia?
Statham, Georgia.
Statham, Georgia. Now, somebody told me this was your very first flight on an airplane ever, right?
Yes, it sure was.
Well, tell me about it. How was it? How'd you like it?
It was wonderful.
Yeah?
We had smooth sailing all the way. It was real good.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it every minute.
You did, huh?
Yeah,
Did you have
sure
a
did.
movie or anything? No movie on the
I
front.
could see it, but I couldn't hear it.
You couldn't hear it?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. Was the food good?
Oh, it was delicious.
You're kidding.
I'd get too fat if I flew much because it was so good. I ate every bit of it.
The food was good?
Yeah, it was good. It was delicious. I didn't know what part of it was, but I enjoyed it.
Well, that's one of the best-kept secrets of the airline. We never know exactly where they get it or whatever it is, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, you got into Los Angeles. Now, L.A. International Airport is kind of intimidating. It's big, and it's very busy, and lots
You
of
can say
planes.
that again. We had to walk a mighty long way.
Yeah. They do that, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do.
Do you have any problem with luggage? They didn't lose it.
No, they didn't lose it.
Yeah. We had somebody meet you, did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and chauffeur met us. He didn't have a sign like they'd told us we would find.
Oh, yeah, they're supposed to. Usually if somebody's picking somebody at the airport, they hold up a sign.
Well, he didn't have no sign. He asked me to let him take my suitcase,
Well, how'd you know who
and
he
I
was?
didn't know whether to let him have it or not.
He thought he knew you and just walked up and says, give me your bag?
He must have did.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll be glad to carry it for you. So, well, he must work here, so I let him have the bag. He said, is somebody going to meet you? I said, a chauffeur's supposed to meet us, but I don't see no sign.
Yeah.
He laughed. He said, well, I'm the chauffeur that's supposed to meet you, and I didn't have no sign.
Yeah.
So he said, go out there at the loading zone. I'll go get the limousine, and I'll come by and pick you up.
And you still didn't know for sure, huh?
I didn't know for sure, but he had my luggage.
Yeah. But everything worked
He
out all right.
stayed, and he stayed.
Yeah.
Miss Hutchins with me. She
Well,
began to get worried. She
yeah.
said, that man's done took our drawers and left.
Well, if there's one place you need your drawers, it's here. In this town. But you got your luggage and your drawers are safe and everything. Okay.
He finally come back.
Well, I'm
But
glad
he said
it-
he had to walk a mile before he got to the limousine, so that was what took him so long.
Okay. We're going to cut away here, do a commercial, come back, and then we'll talk some more. Okay? Stay where you are. Get your drawers, huh? Well, we're back. We're talking with Carolyn Freeman from... What do you think of that music? You like that kind of music? Good. You're from Statham, Georgia.
Yes.
How big a place is Statham?
Just a wide spot in the road.
Your white spot in the road? Yeah. Not too big, huh?
Not too big.
Now, you've been retired for a few years, right?
Supposed to be. I'm still working part-time.
Yeah. Now, let me explain what happened here. Briefly. Apparently, your neighbor's water pipes were hooked up to your meter, but you couldn't prove it, right? And you tried to cut down on your water bill.
Yeah, they call me that crazy woman in Statham. I saved the rainwater and used it, and so I could pay my neighbor's water bill.
But you didn't know that the neighbor's pipes were. You thought so, huh?
We thought so. And when nobody was living out there,
Yeah.
we used around 300 gallons, and the minimum is 3,000. And when anybody move in, then the water bill start going up again.
If there's nobody...
So we figured that it had to be going out there,
Yeah.
or else it wouldn't drop down when there was nobody out there, and then shoot back up when there's somebody living in
What
there.
was your water bill normally would be?
Well, it fluctuated according to what they paid.
Yeah.
I mean, what they used.
What they used.
And it'd go anywhere from 26, 46, over 50.
Yeah.
We wasn't using any but just a little to drink,
Yeah.
take a sponge bath, and
So you were
a
trying
little
to
bit of cooking.
you were trying to save water.
We were trying to save it so we could get up money to pay the bill, and they didn't try to save out there.
What did you finally do? I understand you went to see the mayor yourself?
Well, we kept trying to get something done about it, and we couldn't get anything done about it, and the neighbors got to feeling sorry for us, and so with the help of the good Lord and the neighbors,
Yeah.
we finally got a new meter in, and I cut the water off, and
Yeah.
they couldn't get no water.
You mean as soon as you cut new meter, you cut the neighbors off? And they'd been using your water all this year, and you...
Yeah.
How much were they paying anything at all in their bill?
They was paying for it, and we was paying too. They was getting paid twice for it.
I see. So you went to the mayor and you found out that and this has been going how many years?
23.
23 years?
Yeah.
Now, what did the city do when you found out that...
Well, they started to checking the records. They said there's 41 months there's no record of.
Yeah.
And they finally reimbursed us $767. That included the interest and all.
You got interest out of the city, too, huh? How did the mayor take this? How do they treat you down in Statham now that you made
Well,
this
he
move?
didn't want to give us that much.
Oh, they didn't?
He just wanted to pay us for 3 years. That was $280, and
Yeah.
part of the time nobody was living out there.
Yeah.
So the lawyer told him that they had to go back farther than that.
Yeah.
Said we could sue them all if they didn't go back farther than that. So,
You had a good lawyer, huh?
yeah, but thank goodness the city lawyer was a good man.
Yeah. So
He
you
told him
sued?
he had to pay us back for the 23 months.
Yeah, so you got the $800. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they wrote this up in the press, I understand, in Statham.
Yeah, it started in Winder and Athens, and from that it went all over the United States, and
Yeah.
we've heard in 2 foreign countries.
Well,
that
sometimes
it's
you got
all
to, they say you... Sometimes they say you can't fight City Hall, and you did it. Now, after you won this, what's the first thing you did after you won all this money?
Well, we put it in the bank. We're going to let it draw interest for about a year so we can buy us a new stove and a frigidaire because they're about to give out.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to use it for.
Your stove and freezer is about to give out, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Well,
going to use it for that.
it's nice to have you here.
Well, I certainly
You said this, you told me a
enjoy it.
moment ago, this was the first vacation you've ever had?
Yeah. I'm the youngest child in the family, and we've had a lot of sickness, and I've been taking care of the sick ones in the family.
Yeah.
I'm the nurse for the family.
You are, huh? How many in the family?
Well, right now we're down to 3, just my sister and my daughter and myself.
And you live together?
Yeah, and my daughter is paralyzed on the right side, and
And you really need a new stove and what? What do you need?
frigidaire.
Hell, I'll buy them for you. Would you let me? Huh? I'll buy them for you. Yeah. You gotta have it. Okay? You take it from me? All right. You keep, tell you what. You keep that $800 in the bank and let it draw that big interest, and I'll buy you the freezer and the stove. Okay?
Well, thank you a lot.
It's nice to have you here.
Well, it certainly was.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, darling. Thanks for coming. I'll see you soon. Take care. Lady, she says,
Unbelievable.
she was telling me during the commercial, she says, you know, this is the first vacation I ever had.
Oh.
Never been anyplace. She's a sweet lady.
Wonderful.
Okay, we'll be back. Mr. Burt Reynolds is here with us. He'll be out in a moment. All right, my next guest. My next guest, of course, is a big movie star. A big television star. I just saw him backstage. He said, I'm a big movie star. I'm a big time. No, he didn't say that. Bert's series, D.L. Stryker, will be back this fall. He's got a new movie called Breaking In. It's going to come out in October. Would you welcome Burt Reynolds? Don't you look natty. Thank you, sir. Boy, you got out the good threads tonight, huh?
Yes, I'm a married man now,
Oh, I see.
so you have to look very well.
The images.
Yes, it's Robert Young.
Father knows best, huh?
Father knows best.
Good to see you.
Thank you. You too.
The lady from Georgia, you know Georgia fairly well, don't
Yeah,
you?
I was born in Waycross, Georgia.
Waycross.
Yeah.
Do you know where Statham, Georgia?
I used to go there to have a party.
Come on. Whoopee! You know anything about Statham?
No, I do know where Statham is.
Yeah.
Yes, not too far from the University of Georgia.
Yeah. Good to see you. You're looking well.
Thank you, sir.
And you're married now? And,
Married now.
And you have a child.
Yes, I do.
Finally, after all these years, you remember you kept coming on the show year
Yes,
after
true.
year after year saying...
I had to have one soon because I'll be 85 when he goes to college.
Throw the ball here.
Hey, the ball.
I remember once you were so depressed. Remember when we rented the kid some years ago? We rented a baby.
He was a
one
wonderful
night.
kid you rented, though. Thank
And I
you.
came out and said, here, now quit complaining.
Yes. That kid's out of college now.
I have a feeling that aging is causing you some problems here.
No, no problem. No problem. No, actually, when I decided to get married, and I was 34 years between the first marriage and the second marriage, which means I'll be 108 if this one doesn't work out. Next marriage. I decided, well, this time it's going to be forever, and I'm going to have kids, but I had to do it very quickly. Very quickly.
Right.
Fortunately, I have a beautiful wife, and
Lonnie Anderson,
we
of
have
course.
this wonderful child who I'm not pressuring this child at all, but he did do the 100-yard dash in 112 seconds. I clocked him the other day.
You have a boy, right?
I have a boy who is an athlete.
Oh, come on. How old is he?
9 months. But he is an athlete, I can tell.
Oh, how's
I used to bore me when people would brag about their kids. I used to say, why do they brag about their kids all the time? But I did clock him in the 100-yard crawl.
100-yard crawl.
And he did great. And his hand-eye coordination is very good. And he's handsome. He's very handsome.
He's 9 months old.
I know, but he's still handsome.
Well, they can be cute at 9 months. I don't know. Handsome.
Handsome, he's handsome.
Would you be terribly disappointed if he turned out to be I don't want to say wimp, but suppose he wasn't Not all children are natural-born athletes, Would it distress you terribly if he wasn't a jock or a football player?
No, it wouldn't matter because you love the child, doesn't matter what he is.
So even if he comes a florist, it wouldn't bother you.
As long as he isn't a lawyer.
You've got that right.
You remember we almost had a bet about this marriage. But you, of course, caught me because you're a good poker player and I'm the worst. He said, I'll bet you that you're not going to get married, see? So I, like a jerk, he said, how much you want to bet? I said, $10,000, and you knew I was going to get married. If I had said
That's right.
$1,500, you probably would have bet me.
I might have gone for that.
I would have $1,500.
That's right.
See, I've never been good at that. I remember when I was 19 years old, I went to summer stock for the first time between my freshman and sophomore year, and I was with, it was a woman in the cast of the show, and she was what we called fast.
Oh.
And, of course, in the 50s, that meant she cussed.
Yeah, thanks.
And
Fast
the
woman.
guy said, this lady is really fast. And she said, would you like to go dancing? Ooh. And I, woof, woof. This was great. So I was a little frightened because she was older than I was. And so I said, I asked one of the guys, I said, what can really put me in solid with this lady? And they said, tell her you're Italian and you play the saxophone. So if I'd have just played this right, you see, but when she came to me and she said, where are we going? I said, I'm Italian, I play the saxophone. I should have just played it slower.
Yeah, well,
I should have said, anywhere you want to go. We would have danced a little bit. I said, by the way, I'm Italian. Then later on in the evening, I would have said, by the way, I play the saxophone.
Yeah.
But she said, where do you want to go? I said, I'm Italian. I play the saxophone.
You're pushing.
I get too fast. I want to rush these things.
You showed too eagerness. You have to...
Yeah, but by the way, it worked.
Yeah, good. Did you miss bachelor life at all?
No, the house, I just sold our house.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Lovely.
And I was a bachelor there for a long time.
Yes.
So it's difficult. I told Lonnie, I said, I can't drive by the house anymore after we sell it.
Why's that?
How do you get home, by the way?
I get one of those, star maps from the guy on the street. And then I go visiting, and I look over the fence, and...
But you have to go by helicopter past all your houses.
That's right.
Now, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Why can't you drive by the house?
Well, I don't know. I put so much into this house. I changed it all
many
around.
memories there?
Memories. I put an art gallery, and it was the largest one-bedroom house in America. You all right?
That wasn't an earthquake, was it?
No, it wasn't. The largest one-bedroom house in America. And,
Really?
and I had art galleries and
I know you have some beautiful painting. You have a lot of Western
Western art.
Very good.
Which changed when I got married.
What are you into now?
Well, I'm into whatever she likes.
You see what happens? You see what happens? Now, can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
I saw, was it one of the Rolling Stones got married recently? The oldest one? Like 42, what was his name? Just got married and had announced publicly that he had made love to 1,000 women.
I mean, Ted.
Can you imagine that?
No, I can't. Oh, yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what that...
What's that supposed to prove?
Nothing.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I don't know. You had a reputation as a Lothario.
It was all gossip.
Gossip.
It was all gossip.
Yeah.
Basically, what I did was just read to them. We used to sit around, we'd read, go to the library, we'd walk a little. It was all based on fiction.
Sure. Platonic. Show me the picture.
I have a picture of my son.
I know. Why didn't you whip it out already?
Yeah,
I thought you.
all right, I'm going to do this because, let's see, which one is... Yeah.
Oh, nice wallet size.
I don't like those little things.
I can tell that.
So which this camera? Yeah. This is my son and I together.
You both got Pan up. Yeah.
Well, you...
Great.
Yeah.
Both of you doing your Jolson impression. It's very effective.
You know what? Those things are pretty good. I like those.
You like those little pacifiers?
I understand.
That's
why.
a nice picture.
And now this is a picture to show you how much he looks like me. It's amazing how much he looks like me.
Oh, give me a break. That kid is more virile than I thought. He's all man.
He is all man.
Nice looking boy.
Thank you.
Nice looking boy. I asked Eddie, you usually carry pictures.
No, I don't have any tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, what a shame. We haven't seen
What
it
a
since
match
last night.
they would be. They'd be a great match.
It would be very nice if we fixed them up
Yeah.
later and we talk about the dowry.
Sure.
Yeah. So what else is happening? Are you happy? You're living now permanently in...
No, I live 6 months in Florida and 6 months out here because I have to buy another house, a smaller one, of course.
Yeah.
With room for the nanny and the baby and the nurse and the cook.
Right.
There's a whole army of people that once you have a...
Do you do what fathers normally do? You change diapers and all this?
I change diapers and I'm very good at it.
I'm so glad to hear
The first thing you have to learn is that you have to treat the diaper like a baseball diamond. And you set it under the baby like a baseball diamond, and then you take second base. Well, first of all, you take the baby and put him on the pitcher's mound.
Good.
Then you take second base and you bring that to home plate, and then you take first base and bring that to third base. That's it, it's a snap. And the game's not called on the count of rain.
There's one hazard when you have a little infant boy that you don't have with girls. You may have noticed as you change the diapers.
Yes, I've got that.
Yes.
He's amazing how accurate.
Gets your attention quick, doesn't it? Take the break. We'll take a break. We're coming back. What? Funny pictures. Okay. Father's Day, yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
My first Father's Day.
Your first Father's Day this Sunday.
Yeah. I don't expect anything big.
Well,
maybe a car or something.
He'll probably give you a call.
Yeah.
To let you know. My first day, here's a marvelous singer. Phoebe begins a summer tour the 28th of July at the Westbury Music Fair in Westbury, Long Island. Then she's going to be in New York City at the Ritz on the 17th of August. This is her new album, her first one in 8 years, and it's called Something Real. Would you welcome Phoebe Snow?
Tell me what you're feeling, what it all means, baby. You could be defensive, yeah, or open up and share your dreams. You can keep crying on the mind. Face me and stop crying, 'cause this time when I I fooled around, I've gone silly, but this time when I reach out, it may be my last try. So won't you help me to be kind? I want something real from you, baby. I want something that I have to steal. I want something real one time before I die. We could make love all night till the sky catches fire. Keep talking for hours, I'll never get tired. Don't want you to lie, but just such a beautiful lie. You see, I want something real from you, baby. I want something that I don't have to steal. I want something I can really feel. Ooh, something I can't conceal. I want something real one time before I die.
Phoebe Snow. Thank you, Phoebe. Phoebe Snow. We have to do this first? All right, we'll do this. We're coming back. All right.
My daddy, my daddy.
How long have you been married altogether now? Did you forget?
I forgot. I can never...
Did you forget the wedding anniversary?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my, you're kidding.
But she leaves little hints everywhere.
Like what?
Well, I mean, like signs. But she does that. She celebrates everything. She celebrates this is the first time we kissed. This is the first time we walked together. The first time you didn't mention yourself.
You celebrate that too, huh?
Like that. This is the day we talked about her.
And you really blew the wedding anniversary?
I blew it. I could...
What day is it? When is it?
It's sometime in... we've been married a long time.
You've got to be
we lived
joking.
together
You've
for
got
7 years. So, you know,
Well, that's understandable.
it just got better when we got married. Nothing changed.
Hadn't times changed? You know, 30 years ago, if somebody had come out on a radio show and says, you know, we're living together, people would have gone, what?
Yes. Times have changed.
Times have changed.
Actually, now, times have even changed even more because now they don't get married.
Oh, that's true.
See, I got married,
That's good.
and I'm happy. She changed for the better. She's happier now that she's married. I'm a little confused. She's happy. I'm very confused.
Well, that's nice.
But she only asked for one thing when we got married, a larger closet.
So what else is new? Yeah.
Nothing's new. The living room is now a closet.
Little things changed, don't they?
Yeah. Did you have to make a big closet? You had to make a big closet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, lots of closets. No, we dare. My wife, Alex, is here tonight. That's why I'm responding.
I know that. I know
Yes.
she's here. That's why I'm asking you the question
Yeah.
to pressure you a little.
Lots of closets. Mini closets.
Yeah, isn't that amazing how they can do that? I mean, they say, I haven't got a thing to wear. And you say, what is that house down there full of clothes for? They haven't got
But I wore that yesterday.
I know. She says that too. She said, no, they saw me in that.
Yeah.
So,
You probably never wear this jacket again, will you? now?
I'm not going to wear this again because it's been seen.
These people have seen it.
Throw this baby away.
Anyway, you're looking great. B.O. Stryker back on this fall
The
again?
El Striker will be back next fall, and we'll be down in West Palm Beach
Yeah.
because they won't allow us in Palm Beach.
Yeah. Great.
And we'll be shooting there.
Good to
And
see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Barry Manilow next week, Dana Delaney, Sheeney, and Larry Miller, Richard Jenney.
Snail farm.
We have a snail farmer, Francis Herb. A lot of people have been writing, says, why don't you have a snail farmer on the show? And we have it. Thank you for being with us. Good night.
Thanks, Bob Hope, and 30-somethings Robert De Niro, and visit Late Nights with David Letterman.